Hi guys, Dinner Lady here again. Right, so tonight we're going to make a curry. It's called a chicken Makhani Handi, I think. So we'll just go ahead with it. It's quite a few ingredients, but once you've got these in the cupboard, you can make 1,000 different things with it. So I'll just bring you down and show you what it is that I've got. Right, so I'll go through them. So I've got some chicken thighs. Now this calls for chicken thighs boneless and skinless, but I refuse to pay the price. It's double the price to get the boneless and skinless ones, but feel free if you want to do it. But I'll show you how I do that. We have some tomatoes, it's about 150 grams of tomatoes. We have 3 cardamom pods and 4 cloves. Some ginger garlic paste. And for the actual sauce bit itself, we have that is the tomatoes, and that's for the sauce. We've also got some chili powder, some turmeric, some garam masala, some coriander, which I think I need a bit more of, and some cumin, and we've got some butter. We've got a green chilli, 250 millilitres of water. We've got salt and pepper, 2 shallots, which is about 100 grams, some double cream and some coriander. Now what we'll do is I'm going to debone and skin the chicken thighs. I'll show you how to do one and then I'll just crack on and do the rest. Right, so how I deal with the chicken thighs. Just first of all, take the skin off, just get a finger under one little bit and it comes, there we go, straight off. Bit off because I don't want that fat either. I don't throw the skins away. What I do is I crisp them up in the Ninja and just have it as a snack. But anyway, right, so the skin's off and you can see a central bone on a thigh, which is there. You need a sharp knife. Just take a knife. Now, I'm not the best at this. You're not going to have really clean bones. But like I say, for paying double the price, just so either some machine has taken it off the bone. So then once you got down to there, just take your knife underneath and then pull it up. Once that's up, just go down, scrape down the bone till you come to the other end and just take it off like that. Go. So there you have a thigh that's skinned and boneless. So you do want these in quite big pieces. You don't want to have like tiny little bits of chicken. So I'm just going to cut this one up. I'll crack on with the rest and then we'll come back to you. Right guys, so I've only got one left to do. So I thought I would show you again how I did it. So basically just take the skin off, pull it off, there we go. Don't mind a little bit of fat, but them big bits there, they won't render down in the time that I'm going to be cooking this. And then, so you've got your bone right there, so just go to the side of it, like that. And I forgot to mention as well, I never throw these bones away. What I do is I'll keep them in a bag in the freezer, and when I've got maybe a chicken carcass or some more thighs, also chicken wings, I take the little ends off the chicken wings as well when I'm doing them, and I keep them all in a bag, and as soon as I have enough I'll make some homemade chicken stock, use that for stews, soups, whatever. So there you go. You just wiggle your knife down. Like I say, there's still a bit of chicken on there, tiny little bit. And then there's a little cartilage there, I don't know if you can see it. And I'm just going to get rid of that, because that is chewy. It's just like that. Right, and once again, cut it like that. Or any size piece that you want. Now I'm just going to get cleaned up with the chicken juices and then I'll come straight back to you. Right, so now what we need is we need some salt and pepper and our good old ginger and garlic paste. So we need about a teaspoon of salt. There we go. And about the same of pepper. I'm not going to measure it, just going to crack it in here. But you need a good amount of pepper. There we go, just keep going. That's it. Then we have a teaspoon of ginger paste. And actually the recipe that I seen had the ginger actual paste on it. I don't know whether they make it themselves or whatever, but this is convenient for me and that's what I like. There we go. Oh. Good job, I've got another one in the fridge. Actually it's another half of one. I must have opened the second one before I used the first one. So get those put away like that. Then just get your hand in and just mix all of this together. And then what we'll do is we'll set this aside for half an hour while we start making the actual curry base. But make sure, oh sorry, bashing you around there. Right, that's like that. You see, we'll leave that for about 30 minutes while we'll get on with the sauce. I feel like all I do with here is wash my hands. 2 seconds, come back to you. Right guys, so to do the sauce, I've just cut those tomatoes up into half. Put the gas on. Now in with that goes the cardamom and the cloves. So again, some ginger garlic. Put my teaspoon things away so to get washed. I have to use a real teaspoon. Oh, the garlic, and now the ginger. There we go. And the 250 mils of water. Right, just going to bring them up to the boil. Turn that up, a little bit of a mix. Bring that up to the boil. I'll come back to you when that's done. Right, just while that's come to the boil, I had another quick look at the recipe and realised that I hadn't put the chilli powder in. You also need a teaspoon chilli powder in there. And what you do is you bring that back up to the boil and then just let that simmer for about 12 minutes. And once that's done that and it's simmered for 12 minutes, I'll bring yours back, guys. My God, completely forgot the green chilli as well. So you just have a green chilli and you cut that in half. Good job it's not quite up to the boil yet. Note to self, check out the recipe properly before you actually commit to filming. Right guys, so that's been going for about 12 minutes now. So what you do is it says to put it in a bowl and strain it, but I might as well I need it back in a pan, so I might as well put it through there into another pan. So just strain that through. And then make sure you squish it all through like that. So you don't really want to have all them skins and seeds and everything in there. Just make sure that it's all through. Drip off the bottom. And now on a lowish heat, what you do is you melt the butter into it. Okay, just let that slowly melt. It doesn't look much right now, In fact, it looks a little bit weird right now, but I'm sure when you see the finished article you'll have a different mindset on that. Right, so once that's melted in there, it's just about there, we'll add it's 5 tablespoons of double cream you need to add in. Let that come just very little bit there like that. And also you need another teaspoon of chili powder in there. And you can leave the chili powder out at this stage if you really wanted to. But I use Kashmiri chili, which is not quite as strong as what ordinary chili powder is. Just make sure that that's all incorporated. And then what goes in next is your coriander stalks. Never throw these out, guys. These have got more flavour than the actual leaves. But saying that, I know a lot of people don't like coriander. And if you're one of them people that don't like coriander, then just leave it out altogether. Right, let this go for about 1 to 2 minutes and we'll get back to you. Right guys, so that's had its 1 to 2 minutes. So what we'll do now is we'll just set that to one side and we'll get the big boy out. So, don't know why I turned that off when I need it anyway. So we need about 3 tablespoons of oil in the bottom of here. That's about right. Add in the shallots. Now what I've done is I've put it through a little food processor just so it's nice and fine. But what you can do is you can grate it, or if you've got better knife skills than anybody else that I know, you can just chop it down. So that goes in there. And we want to get this lightly browned. So this I'll just go for about 6 to 7 minutes until it's just nicely fried off and it's nicely browned, because it's the browning of the onions that give this the best flavour. So please don't skip this part if you're going to do it. But I'll come back to you once that's done. And if any of you guys wanted to know what I did in between when I'm not speaking to you, I do the pots. Right, as you can see, that's now nice and light brown on there. So what we do is, I've turned the heat up because it needs to be on pretty high. Now we put the chicken in. Oh, no, can't do it like that. Oh, that's on the bottom now. There. Need a bit of a mess of that. Good job I've got a sink full of hot salty water. Right. Now get this, like I say, crank that up to a high heat. About 1 or 2 minutes, just until the chicken's just turned a bit white. There we go. Obviously putting that much chicken in at the same time has brought the heat right down. So I'm just going to give it a second for it to come back up. Right. So just while I'm waiting for that, guys, if there's anything that you'd like to see, this is a brand new recipe. We've never had this before. You know, I was just looking up what to do with chicken thighs and I saw this, and me and Ian do love a curry. We really do. It is one of our staples. I like a Chinese curry, I like an Indian curry, I like the butter chicken that we did. But if there's anything, what I've not done for a long while is a beef rendang curry from scratch. That's with tamarind and palm sugar and all of that. So if that's something that would interest you, then, you know, just let us know. So I'm just going to keep going with this for a second, and then I'll come back to you. Right guys, so that's all turned white now. So adding some more seasonings. We need 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. We also need 1½ teaspoons of chili powder again. Like I say, we do use Kashmiri chili, that's what that is. So it's not as hot as what you would expect. We need some 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. I think that's probably all I've got left in here. Need some more of that. Yeah, that's that one gone. And a teaspoon of cumin. Need some more of that as well. There's a teaspoon of cumin. Just coat all of the chicken pieces with that, then spices. Just for 1 or 2 minutes. See, now it's starting to look like a curry. Still got it on a fairly high heat. Just toasting them spices and everything off in that flavoured oil. Right, and what we do now is that gravy that we made earlier, of saucy bits, we pour that in. Give that a bit of a mix. There we go. Right. So once that comes back up to the boil, you put a lid on and cook that for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then what we'll do is after that, we'll have a look at it and see what it's like. Hiya! Right, so we've come back now. Now the last part of this curry is 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala, which I'm just going to put in there now. Put that over to one side, and some coriander. There we go. Right, let's just taste this, see if it needs any salt or any pepper. That's really nice actually. So what I want to do is I want to pop mine into a bowl. I've done a little bit unusual because we had 2 wraps that we needed to use up, so I've done them in little bits like that, just a couple like that, and then I'm just going to wait for this to come up, back up to the boil. Actually, we don't need it to go back up to the boil, it's warm enough to start with. Tell you what, it smells amazing. Right, it's all turned off now. Got that up there. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to eat. Right, I'm sat now. There's little Missy, sat at the side. Just going to have something to eat now. Let's just have a taste of what this is going to be like. Right, there you go, bit of chicken, bit of curry sauce. It's something like I've never had before. It's not an Indian curry. It's not a Chinese curry. I think it's... I don't know. But I tell you what, that's bloody tasty. So, now a little bit of that. Dip it in the sauce. Oh. Yeah. That's a good curry. I'm just going to finish it off. Excuse me. Talking my mouth full. Right, I'm just going to finish this off. After a good one, guys. Thank you. So what do you think of the curry then?
Right, just going to try it. Oh, I like that.
It's different to the normal curries that we normally have. We normally have a Chinese or an Indian.
Nice bit of spice. I do like that. Nice kick. Chicken's look well cooked, look. Beautiful. Really like that. That is really, really tasty and flavoursome. Lovely. I'm glad you picked it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So I'd give that, again, 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's really nice.
Actually, I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. It's not
I like it.
quite what we normally have, but hey, it's nice. It's tasty.
It's a different curry to what we normally have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I like it. Spot on.
Cool. Thank you.